and we're gonna do a new video today. Well, I can't play the game because yeah. But anyways, I'm farming some MK stuff. But this is kind of a new thing because well, I don't really get to talk to people about this. I mean, just some friends and stuff. But I want to talk to you guys because a lot of times when I'm streaming, I can't talk about Game of Thrones. I can't talk about this and this. And I think I'm the only member of Yo Video Games that watches Game of Thrones. So if I were to start talking about it, spoilers, spoilers. So then I figured, why not start a Game of Thrones discussion? And we're going to discuss the latest episode of Game of Thrones. Man, and what an episode. And geez Louise, is it not controversial? But man, people are really just going ape-ish over this. I'm going to sit over here because I just want to have my beautiful little Mortal Kombat cabinet in the background because I love it so much. But anyways, wow, where do we even start with this episode? I mean, we can kind of right? We're here, so there's spoilers, so you got to get out. Or if you don't care about spoilers and just want to hear me talk, then that's fine. But man, that last episode is, geez Louise, right? The things that people are most upset about, right? Jaime Lannister. I knew it. I had a feeling. He had this character arc, but deep down inside, I freaking knew he was gonna go run back and do the same thing. It sucks. It would have been great to see him change because he's a character that I've liked and a character that you've grown to like, even though he did the unthinkable in the first season. But man, that's what the thing what this show does. But it's like cool. You kind of start to like him and you kind of start to feel bad for him. And you're like, yeah, man, you hope this character turns around and runs back to his sister, wife, and they die, getting crushed by rocks. And hey, what are we gonna do? I mean, as fans, we love the show. We want to see things, and yeah, right. Like, of course, what the best thing would have been? It's like, hey, he goes back and the sister's all happy, and he kills his sisters. Like, dude, you're a psycho, you're crazy. But at the end, yeah, he just goes back, and that would have been cool. That would have been cool if he captured his sister. Like, you need to stop because it's like, man, looked like he was, getting sane for a bit, but no, that panned out, and a lot of people are pissed off about that. People are really pissed about Daenerys was going ape shit with her dragon and just laying waste. I mean, the army wasn't even needed, man. She was a one-man army, and geez Louise. And people are like, oh, the Scorpions. Like, I honestly, I think dude, those bows are massive, and for how long it would take to reload them, I'm like, come on. You get one shot at this dragon, and you got to make it count. And because that first time when that dragon got killed, it was like there were arrows everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, you get one shot. You have to have a whole team of dudes wind that thing back, and it's not like a machine gun. You get a couple of chances. So I can say, yeah, you know what? If she flies, she stays up in the sun, flies high as fuck, and then just dive bombs down and fucking dragon's breath down that thing. Yeah, for sure. And come from behind the ships, because if she comes from behind the ships, how are they going to shoot? Yeah, so I think that they made those scorpions a little too OP, and then they made them just about right, because try to hit try to hit some kind of animal with this bow, and you got to reload it, and the reload would take you about 10 minutes, or however long it takes. Yeah, it would be like that, but that's not even the whole thing, man, because right? You're watching the show, the bells ring, and then, you think she's flying to go just land that dragon right in Cersei's apartment and just go medieval, dragon just, Dracarys or whatever that word is. But no, and then you see the dragon flying overhead and people are screaming. And, I was thinking it, we were all thinking it. It's like, you don't have to worry. She's just going up to the main place. People, there's no need to run and scream, and all of a sudden, and fucking dragons breathing fires all over the place. That was wild. That was just Damn, okay. Maybe she wanted to destroy that building and some people were in the way. And then 5 minutes later, there's more people. And then 15 minutes later, and 30 minutes later, and 40 minutes later. And you're just like, damn. She went off. Now, for me, I was going to say it. Fuck King's Landing. All right? Yeah, there was innocent people and all that kind of stuff. Man, but fuck that place. Because when Eddard Stark was in there and they cut off his head, that place was happy as fuck. And that place, you know what? Fuck it. They were a little too happy when that first Stark got his head cut off. But anyways, and you know what though? Like the other thing too, like Grey Worm just going ape shit and killing everybody. Because god dang it, I could definitely feel his pain. Because he, ever since he was a boy, was enslaved and didn't have a life. Dude was, he was unsullied, so that means they snipped him in the ballsack area. And imagine that, like you're having this shit life. You're a soldier. All you do is fight and kill. You don't have anything, and then you find this beautiful, beautiful soul, this beautiful woman inside and out, and falling in love. And he didn't think he could love Melisandre, man. And then right there, brutally head cut off. Bro, I'd fight every motherfucker in King's Landing. All right? You might be related somehow to that guy who did it or anything, but dude, Grey Worm, I'm not mad at you, man. You know what? Kill every one of those soldiers. Go for it. Not so much in the women and the kids, but any soldier, any person representing that thing, and yeah, just go. And you could see dude was lost it, man. Like him, like those are the two right there. We have the Mad Queen and the Mad Grey Worm. But god dang it, man, I would have fought with the force of a 1,000 angry beavers. I would have been like, dude, anyone coming around me is getting annihilated, bro. So that, I think, look, and people are upset at that turn in that arc, but I think it was something that was supposed to, that had to happen, right? What was going to happen? She goes over there, defeats the army, the bells ring, and hey, we won, and, so we give up, and, Cersei runs away, and now we have to find Cersei. And here's it had to end that way. I mean, it had to be something, because what was going to be the next show? There's one more show, and it's going to be long. What would be the show if that didn't happen? And yeah, man, and Tyrion, dude always has been like, and that was another thing. They made him like an idiot this whole last episode, but like, that turn was gonna happen. It kind of sucks seeing Tyrion Lannister just make all the wrong choices and all the wrong calls when he was always a step above everybody. And I think that's one of the cool things that was in the show. Like there was dragons and magic and naked and women and wieners all over the place, but there was always this cool world building, and like, hey, we're gonna, like, it was a big, like Game of Thrones. It was like chess, and you had, of course, all these knights and rooks and stuff, but you had these characters like Tyrion and all these people calling the shots, and that was some of the coolest parts of the show. And then now it's just like making Doomcoff moves, making real silly moves. But yeah, there's that. And yeah, and then what other topic did I want to talk about? So join me in these comments, guys. Let me know. Yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see what happens. My God, the Hound and his brother, that battle, dude, that battle was amazing. Like that should be in Mortal Kombat. It reminded me of the Kratos stage in Mortal Kombat. But goddamn, that was, the Hound is like my favorite character in the whole thing. That and the Red bearded dude. I forget his name. He's also my favorite. But man, like that showdown, and it was amazing. He went out like a boss, man. He went out in fire, and he did what he wanted to do. Killed his brother, but part of me is happy. But like he got to do that and went out like a badass instead of like an old man, like coughing. That's I guess in TV shows like that, right? That's the way you want to go, or movies. You want to go out like a badass, and but him and Arya, like that scene. And like the scenes that were building up to that is like he loved them, but he was such a hard ass around the edge. He was such like a stone guy that he couldn't have those emotions that you would catch a glimpse of him. And we got it at that one final scene, and I'm like, oh my god, my heart, please guys, just go off somewhere and live a semi-quiet life, going around solving some injustices and killing some assholes and stuff like that, because that dynamic between Arya and the Hound were my favorites, man. And like it was, that scene got to me when he's like, yeah, he actually did have love. And I think that's what's so great about the show, these character arcs and everything. And I think that's an arc that was great, and I wanted to see it kind of fulfilled, but that's about as close as he could get. And I just wanted to see them be like, I love you too, you're so important to me. That's just me, because I think those characters are great, and I think they need it, right? I think because Arya is just becoming this stone cold, she's almost becoming like the Hound, or that's his name, right? The Sir Gregor, or yeah, I always forget the names, and it's pretty late, but she's just becoming this cold person, and that's kind of him. And there's that. There's the whole scene. If there's any other thing you want to talk about in the comments, let me know in the comments, and we'll talk about it. But we have one more episode to go. We're gonna see what happens, what goes down, and who will be in the throne. I don't know if you have any guesses. Who's gonna take the throne? I mean, it could end up very much like it started, with we'll have the Mad Queen, and just like the first Game of Thrones, where she gets decapitated. Like, it would have been like, I don't know, it would have been a little too much on the nose if she had kids and the kids like got sent away or something like that. But her only kid is like a dragon. Dragon will fly away, but yeah, but. It's interesting. I definitely wanted to talk about it because people are going crazy and getting upset. And, and at the end of the day, we'll have the books, and we'll see what the books will do different eventually. I think I'm just going to write my own fan fiction and have that be canon to me. Well, okay, guys, I guess that's all I can remember talking about off the top of my head. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And it's kind of, I wish I would have done more of these, but... I just barely got HBO Go and like just got caught up with all the episodes. So I'll be doing this thing like, with maybe cool shows that I like, and it's just a discussion. That's all. We'll come back and talk and chill and hang out while we talk about these last few episodes of Game of Thrones. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Fire time! Woo!